Hello, Barmy Badger Army.
Hey, Badger Army.
Welcome to today's show. And as you've noticed, this is a spectacular episode, and this is a SpiderMan Far From Home special. I mean, I've been a big fan of Spider-Man for years, ever since I was a wee nipper. Ever since I was a mini badger, I've been into Spider-Man and, really enjoyed the comic books. And like I've mentioned before, Stan Lee, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, all these characters that I've really loved, they helped me read, including the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That is actually how I learnt to read and express myself. And I think I can't thank Stan Lee and all that enough, but it's just great. And one of my favourite series was obviously the series that was on Live and Kicking back in the day, where it was like the American first live-action cartoon series. Do you remember that one?
Vaguely?
Vaguely, yes, indeed. Where you had like a really good, solid Peter Parker, where he had lots of different emotions, and there was Venom, one of the top villains. There was all these different storylines, and they adapted a lot of them.
I watched a few of them. I had no idea what was going on in any of them. But
that was probably one of the issues with the series, is that you did need to watch it from the get-go.
Yeah.
Because it was probably one of the first cartoon series that had like an ongoing storyline arc.
Yeah. Transformers was like that as well.
That's
I've got
right.
a Transformers video at home when I was a kid. Loved the toys. Watched the cartoons, never had any idea what was going on in them.
I think I was too young when it come to the Transformers one. I enjoyed it because of all the cool explosions.
Yeah.
Michael Bay reference. But, of course, I didn't really grasp what was going on. But once the Spider-Man cartoon come out and they did it like that, and the Batman cartoon that was on ITV come out, and they had ongoing story arcs, you sort of got the hang. I was a bit older, you know. So this brings me on to one of my favourite things and I've been absolutely aching to talk about this for ages. Nick was in Spider-Man Far From Home. And this has just been something I've been absolutely gagging to talk about for ages. But because they hadn't released the trailers or anything much about it, we couldn't do it. But now the trailers are out and everything has come out, so we can start to talk about it. We can't obviously go in depth with storyline because we get in trouble with Marvel, but we can talk about your experiences on set.
So yes, I was an extra in Spider-Man Far From Home. It was filmed in August last year. You might well have noticed in one of my travel videos from earlier in the year that there's a shot of the Tower of London and also Tower Bridge. And yes, the reason that I was there is because that was when we were filming Spider-Man Far From Home. And
I remember that particular travel vlog because you were like, I can't reveal why I'm here, guys, but I'm here in central London near Tower Bridge and all that sort of thing. And you were talking about it quite a lot, weren't you?
Yeah.
And obviously it's been revealed now that Spider-Man is on holiday in Far From Home in the UK. So now it's obvious.
It's actually filmed in quite a few locations. There's if you've seen the trailer, of course, you'll see some scenes from Venice as well.
Okay.
So they went out.
Yes, is that with Mysterio? I think it is, isn't it?
There is Mysterio makes a few appearances. Yes, he was mentioned while we were filming.
Ooh. It's very interesting.
I mean, he's in the trailer, so you'll be
you can
aware
see it,
of
but yes. Yeah. So tell us a bit more about your experiences on set, and did you get to meet any of the cool, famous people?
Alas, I did not get to meet any of the famous, cool people this time. To be fair, you don't always. I mean, I see it as a bit of a bonus, really.
If you'd have met Tom Holland, he would have told you the whole storyline, and the whole storyline to Avengers Endgame, and what happens after Avengers Endgame. So that would have been a real show.
Well, if he did tell me, he'd probably have to kill me afterwards.
Most definitely.
Tom Holland wasn't actually there. I think his parts were added in later.
Oh, okay. Like CGI, you think?
Possibly. But yeah, basically, so we're around that part of London, and we're all running for our lives.
Right. Okay. That
we
sounds
had to
interesting.
run for our lives several times across cobblestones. Ouch.
Ouch.
That's
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just lots of running, and it mentions mentioned in the description, you need to be physically fit because it involves lots of running.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How many times did you have to run up and down these cobblestones, Nick? 10
times.
Loads of times.
We were there for a few days, and we were filming, and we were kind of like doing filming in that location. It was 4 days in total.
Oh, okay.
And Yeah, so we did. So it was 4 days of lots of running, and we have to kind of like run through certain locations because other bits are going to be added in.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Was there a lot of like bits where it goes, and now here's the CGI bit? Stop everyone.
No.
Okay.
No, they will tell us where we run. They'll tell us, if we need to look somewhere at something that's happening.
Okay.
We did have to do that a few times. We had to cheer at one point.
Okay.
You've got the main actors who are out pointing at stuff that's
obviously
not
CGI.
actually there.
Yes. Green screen or what was it?
It's all CGI.
Oh, CGI.
Yeah, the green screen stuff will there probably is some green screen stuff, but that's done. But that's done at another location.
Oh, okay, I get you. Green screen's a bit old school now, though, isn't it? They don't really use it.
No,
so
not
much
necessarily.
now.
It's still it's probably still something that they use a lot. Yeah, but they use a whole load of other things. They'll dress actors up in a certain way and then add the effects in afterwards.
Oh, okay.
There's a really interesting video online about the film Final Destination 5.
Oh, okay.
Which was done pretty much entirely. The opening sequence, which shows a bridge collapse, was actually done pretty much completely on green screen.
Really?
So
okay.
Look that video up. It is fascinating to watch. I mean, that film was made in 2011, but I imagine a lot of films are still made that way.
Okay.
And in SpiderMan Far From Home, basically we were just lots of running for our lives. Sometimes you have to look certain ways. Sometimes we have to do it quietly. Sometimes we have to do it loudly.
Okay. Do you think that they're like take bits and pieces of each take and like sort of shove it all in together,
yes.
so to speak?
Yes, they will.
Okay, yeah, that's interesting.
That's mostly how that is mostly how it's done, because they'll get it from, because we were filmed so many times, because they will film you from several different angles.
Okay.
They have, obviously this being the huge budget that it is, there's like cranes and everything.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. So there's lots of that. But it was a great experience. The great thing about these is that the crews are lovely.
I was just about to say, what were the crews like?
Absolutely lovely. Really good to us. Really kept us well informed with what was going on.
Oh, that's cool.
They. They'll detail to us specifically that you need to go to this bit, then this bit. They'll move everyone to locations, so we're not all. So some of us will start further along than others. So we're not all running from the same place.
Right.
So
okay. Because obviously,
like
yes,
a marathon gone wrong.
And obviously, from a health and safety point of view, if you were all running squished in this one particular area, I'm sure that wouldn't be very good.
So yeah, but yeah, it was really lovely experience. I would say anyone, if you're interested in getting into film extra work, go for it.
Yeah, definitely. I think we should do some episodes on how to do that, I think, and I'm going to look forward to that.
Yeah,
actually.
We'll talk about it more. Obviously, Far From Home is out on, its current release date is the 5th of July. So that'll be, obviously we'll talk about it a lot more around
Indeed,
then.
yeah, we'll do another episode on that then, where we can obviously talk a bit more about some of the stuff we can't talk about now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be really cool.
Yeah, we'll talk, so we can mention more then. I'll be honest with you, I've not spotted myself in the trailers, but there's been very little kind of onus on people running in the trailer. It's more about establishing the storyline, but there'll be other trailers in the run-up to
most definitely.
The film's release.
And obviously, they won't want to do lots of different bits where they reveal too much of the storyline. I think Marvel have definitely learned from Age of Ultron, where they did reveal too much of the story. So now I think they're filming fake scenes for stories now. It's like I've mentioned to you before with Endgame.
Yeah, you were saying they've filmed a bunch of stuff that isn't actually in the film.
Exactly. So, you might even find that your bits were only for the trailer and stuff like that. You never know. It's so bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, we're basically meant to look like panicked crowds. So
okay, so we'll see what happens.
They're probably not going to emphasise on us that much.
Well, we'll see what happens, won't we?
Yes.
It'll be very interesting to see the semantics and the rules of it all, with it all. But I bet you can't wait to see yourself in that, can you?
Well, I'm hoping that I'm going to see myself. You can't really take it. You can't take it as a given that you're going to be seen.
No, and guys, for you guys that are really pinpointing when the film comes out, if you spot Nick, let us know.
Badger is going to drag me to the cinema with him and look specifically at that scene and see if I can see myself.
We're going to sit there with a notepad.
I've got I've got this pale green jacket on.
Ooh.
So for the film.
So
From what I
that's
could tell-
Nick is the hobgoblin confirmed.
Shush.
But anyway, yeah. So now, obviously, I know that there's a bunch of other stuff you want to talk about before we head off. So we've got to squeeze it all
Right.
in.
This is really going to look like me showing off. But my first speaking role in a feature film to be released is now out. It's called The Viking War.
That's right. And we did actually talk about that in another recent
did,
On the
yes.
Bench a few weeks
Yes.
back. So I'll probably
So-
try and remember to link that in if I remember.
yes,
I won't
it's-
remember, but find
I'll
it.
remind
It's
you.
on there.
So yeah, The Viking War. It's now out, and it's available on DVD in stores, and it's also available on Google and iTunes and Sky and a few other places as well. So yeah, it's called The Viking War. I played the role of Sigurd, and you can see some photos of it on my Instagram page at
Sigurd?
Acting Nick, SIGUARD. So yep. So if you go to my Instagram at Acting Nick, you'll see videos. You'll see some pictures of me on there, and I might see if I can get get a clip up of me on there on my YouTube channel as well. Some other things that have been going on. I was recently seen in an episode of Mother, Father, Son, episode 3, beginning of the scene. It's on iPlayer. I play the cameraman. You might not realise it's me to start with, because that was the one where they made me shave my beard off.
Ah, yes, and you've been triggered ever since.
Well, it's grown back now, so
Oh,
not so
okay,
triggered.
that's fine. That's fine.
And also there was an episode of Celebrity Game Night, which I was in the audience for on Channel. It was on Channel 5 on Friday night. I saw 2 episodes of that being filmed, and yes, it was
that's
quite
cool.
Yeah, it was quite. It was yeah, that was good fun. It's Friday night. Cheap telly, not going to win any awards, but passes the time for an hour.
Indeed, yeah, so that sounds good fun. And that man needs to get his engine checked out.
Someone just drove by on a motorbike.
It's okay.
How very rude of them. Don't they realise, we're filming over here?
It's a busy studio-packed audience. But yes, also, I can't reveal anything about this at all, much apart from the fact that I was also in a live studio audience, and I met someone really cool, and I will be talking about that in due course also, but I can't talk about it now. So there's
Look at this anticipation. Oh, he so wants to say more, but he can't.
I can't. We have to wait a few weeks until the programme's on the telly, and then I'm going to do like a jillion special episodes on it.
Right, and we should, and so yeah. In the meantime, we can just talk about the Clue Boom round on Celebrity Game Night. Just so, if you want to watch Celebrity Game Night, look out for the Clue Boom round, look at all those really scared celebrities. I say celebrities; they're sort of like well known enough. I had to Google some of them afterwards, and yeah. So that was quite. So yeah. And
it's always good fun, isn't it?
It is always good fun.
Indeed.
And Danny Baker's in it.
Oh, Danny Baker. Very cool.
I wasn't even sure if he was still alive. He is. And he's actually in not bad health.
Well, that's very good for Danny Baker.
Yeah.
I used to be a fan of his back in the day, actually, so I'm glad he's well.
Yes. Louis Spence was in it as well.
Louis Spence.
I think he's the judge on Dancing on Ice.
I was going to say, is he the dancer?
Yeah, he's the campest man ever alive. He makes Julian Clary look like Sylvester Stallone.
Make sure if you're not sure
camp.
If you're not sure who Julian Clary is, guys, Google him. He's a really cool guy.
When I was growing up, I thought he and Boy George were the same person.
I thought the same thing as well.
Yeah. Oh, and Denise Van Outen was in it as well, and I got to say hi to her afterwards.
What?
Yeah, I said hi to Denise Van Outen.
Oh, that's my 90s crush right there.
Yes, she was pretty much everyone's 90s crush back in the day.
I know, right? If you didn't fancy Denise Van Outen, you were like
And the thing is, she's not aged. She has not aged at all since the 90s.
Awesome.
So yeah, she's still there. She can still sing and stuff. She and Louis Spence did a rendition of Summer Nights from the Grease film.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's hosted by Lisa Tarbuck.
Lisa Tarbuck!
Yes,
Oh,
who my
crumbs.
mum always listens to on Radio 2.
Oh, cool. There you go.
Yeah, so yeah, I come in. It's just like, yeah, I've seen Lisa Tarbuck presenting stuff live.
That's really awesome, man.
Yeah, so there we go. So that's Celebrity Game Night. If you've
What
got an
was the
hour when you
show?
have nothing better to do with your life, then watch Celebrity Game
What was
Night.
the show that Lisa Tarbuck did on BBC, on ITV, like with the drawing? Do you remember?
Was it Win, Lose or Draw?
Yeah, I'm
Which
sure Lisa
actually
was on
Danny
that.
Baker used to host beforehand.
That's bizarre. Yes, I
How
remember.
very bizarre.
That is bizarre.
Yes.
Yes, I
And I
remember.
remember-
Yeah, she did it. I'm sure
Lisa
she did.
Tarbuck also hosted She's Gotta Have It on Channel 4.
Oh yeah.
Back when I think she was still known as Jimmy Tarbuck's daughter.
That's right. Not many people worry about that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't believe you met Denise Van Outen from Big Breakfast
Very
fame.
briefly, it was like, hi, well done.
Oh, brilliant. And also, Johnny Vaughan was also one of my favourites, who is actually on Radio X at the minute, so he's pretty cool. Indeed. So thank you very much for watching today, guys. This has been a really fun, special episode. Thank you very much to Nick.
You're welcome.
For allowing us to talk about, and obviously we've had to leave out certain things, but once Spider-Man Far From Home does come out, we'll be able to talk about it in great depth. And once obviously the TV show that I was on is out, we can talk about that too, which is going to be fantastic. Right, okay guys, thank you very much for watching this special On The Bench, and I'm going to have a little bit of an extra thing here where I'd like to talk to you about Song of the Day, and we're going to do this again. I have decided that you guys should research Boston's More Than a Feeling.
More than a feeling.
More than a feeling. Indeed, so one of my favourite ones, and Nick's going to choose next week's, and if I remember, I'll put a link to Boston's More Than a Feeling in the box, so in the description thingy. So thank you very
We might also do a link
much.
to the trailer for Viking War as well.
Oh, okay. Right, so thank you very much everyone for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye for now, Barmy Badger Army.
Viking War out now. Bye for now, Badger Army. Shut up. Bye.
Bye.